Hi. As you read in my story, time doesn't heal. Time in and of itself doesn't heal the pain. It is the work that you do within that time that heals the pain, that helps you work through your grief and helps you take control of your circumstances. I know, I used a grief recovery method program. It's a set of actions that helps you move through your grief and move from your head to your heart. That's where you need to do the work, is through your heart. There's steps in this program where you need to do a loss history graph, a relationship graph, and a completion letter. And all of this is shared with a listening partner. And that in itself is where you do the work. So let's talk about the work. What does that really mean? So trust that taking action to work through the grief is the right thing for you now. Trust in yourself. Heart. You know in your heart that that's where your pain is. That's where you need to move to. It's important for you to work from your head and move it to your heart. You will see the results. Example. Be an example for your family and your friends. This is where you can bring your grief out of the closet, out of isolation. You don't have to do it alone. This is where you can be that example. Work. This is where you are worth it. And this program is worth it. Doing the work is worth it. Grief is hard. It's tough work. One, you're the only one who can do this. You are the one listening heart away from working through your grief and feeling better. Have no regrets. Do the work. Leave it all on the table. Leave the pain on the table. Leave the unfinished business on the table. And do it. And know that now is your time. If not, when? You need to do it now. Know that this is your time to do the work. Since writing my chapter, I can tell you that Holly continues to work through her grief. I know that I will never ever forget those that I've loved over the years, but I do know that I feel better. I've worked through a lot of grief. I've taken control of my circumstances instead of my circumstances taking control of me. So my advice to you is, whether it's the death of a loved one, loss of a relationship, health, finances, and abuse, loss of trust or safety, that's just to name a few. There's over 43 losses that you can experience at any given time. So you need to complete your unfinished business. You need to complete your unfinished communication that you may have with your loss. My purpose is to change the face of grief, one listening heart at a time. So let's do it together. Let's bring grief out of the closet and isolation so that everyone can feel better and make this world a better place. Now is your time to do the work. Thanks for listening.